So basically, the next morning after you have gotten tattooed, your bandage is probably going to look like this. And what we recommend is you're going to take this off, you're going to clean it really well, and then you're going to put another bandage on. And ideally that bandage should be able to last you the next 2 to 3 days. So what you're going to need, paper towel, you're going to need cleaner, and you're going to need your Dermor. So this is the product that we are using. This is the product that's currently on there. It is Dermor by Electrum, and it is by far the absolute best when it comes to skin barriers and waterproof barriers for tattooing. Basically, take it from a corner. You're gonna wanna pull out and not over. You wanna be pulling out away from the tattoo. Now, I do recommend doing this in the shower because this does tend to come off much easier when it's wet. So as you can see, there is lots of ink and plasma. Get yourself a cleaner. I'm using Electrum Cleanse. This stuff is amazing. It is antibacterial soap that you do not need to dilute. You can use it during a tattoo and after a tattoo. So now we're gonna give it a good wipe. Make sure that you clean the whole area, but once you feel like it's nice and clean and dry, you can put the Dermor back on. I personally love the pre-cut Dermor sheets. So when you're applying Dermor, there's a couple things you want to consider. First of all, you're going to want to start with the papery side, not the shiny side. So that I make sure that I've got a good 1 to 2 inches around the actual tattoo, not just right along the edge. So I'll show you what I mean. Because if you go right along the edge, it's going to come off. So I usually take the first strip off, which is on the edge, and then I'll take off the next bigger piece. And then I find myself an area, give it a lot of space around it, as you can see. And now from the middle, there's a little yellow line. Just find the edge in the middle and pull. Make sure that it's on everywhere. Don't worry if there's a little air bubble or anything. It's not the end of the world. Now we're on to the next sheet. Now in an area like this, where there's a lot of movement, you're gonna wanna like try and stretch the skin when you're putting this on to make sure that the bandage is going onto the skin flat. And now we're back to it being nice and covered, so you don't have to worry about getting anything in the tattoo. If this bandage comes loose and or breaks and like the seal is broken, make sure you take the bandage off, give it a good clean again, either recover it or just leave it off. I will keep recovering it for the first 24 to 48 hours. And personally, because of what I do, I usually will end up recovering it until the 72-hour mark. But if it is in an area or you're not super active, then you can probably just leave it, unless of course you're doing like a dirty sort of job or you're like working outside, working with animals, working with a lot of dust. If you would like to purchase some Dermor, you can do so on electrumsupply.com.